This is Pastor Doug Dry, and I want to welcome you to our new church home. After almost 6 years, the church is rebuilt and we are back open. So I'd like to have you join me. Come on inside and let me show you around. Come on in. Well, here's our sanctuary, and this has probably been the most visible space as you've watched it being built. And you can see it's light, it's airy, it's simple, it's functional, and it's beautiful. On a typical Sunday, we've got groups of people up front who lead us in music, who lead us in scripture. I give a message up there, and we have things up on the screen that help us to kind of stay connected. And we have an incredible view, just even looking first at the cross, and then looking out there, we have the American flag behind that, as well as a great view of First Parish Church. So it's kind of cool to think that while we're worshiping here, we can physically look out and see where other people are worshiping as well. It helps us to realize we're part of one body. Way over in the corner is a central piece, that's where our tower is, and right underneath the tower is our baptistry. And we are praying that will get lots of use. And for us as followers of Jesus, we believe that baptism is something that represents the kind of as an outward sign of the inner reality of being connected with Jesus, of being washed and clean and being given a new life that's found in Him. So that's a key part of our worship and of this particular room. You'll also notice that we don't have pews, we have chairs. And the reason for that is that we wanted the room to be able to be flexible. And right now it's set up in kind of a traditional setting, but in other different kind of services or gatherings, we can set this up in whatever way we want. We also have in the rear, we've been able to set up kind of we've called it our family worship zone. And you may have young kids and it's hard for them to sit in the seats. This is a place where we have materials for them that they can color, they can read, they'll be connected to the message of that day, so there's a connection there. And as parents, you can sit back here around with them. Behind that is a room, if you're a nursing mom, we've got a space for you and a nice shade that pulls down. And then in the other corner, we've got our AV room. The kind of the nerve center of all the technology, which is way beyond me, but again, all the WCAT guys, they know what it's all about, so thankfully we can consult with them where needed. One of the central pieces of the room is the cross, which is hanging there. That was handmade by John Booty, who I believe his either grandfather or great-grandfather maybe even pastored this church back in the day. He fashioned that for us, an incredible piece of work. He's also got a communion table and a lectern that are coming. So maybe by our grand opening, or at least a few weeks later, we'll be fully equipped and really thankful for John, and I think even his family on the work that they did in gifting that to us. As you'll notice, one thing about the building that is far different than the old building is it's all one floor. And so it's easily accessible by anyone that has some challenges in mobility, and even getting up on the stage and then getting up into the baptism, there's a ramp to get up on the stage so that you don't have to do steps, at least to get up and be part of that. One of the things that's been really great being in here, besides that it's bright and light and airy, is that it's air conditioned. And so on those hot summer Sunday mornings, it is really nice and cool in here. The whole building is air conditioned, which is a great gift to be able to have that. And now here we are in our fellowship space. I guess you could call it a fellowship hall, but it's really, again, a very multi-purpose space where it's set up right now for our post-Sunday morning coffee hour. So we serve coffee and snacks, and it's a great place to hang out after church. But you can see it can be used for any kind of a group meeting or a banquet. I think we have capacity to seat about 80 people in here around long tables, which we also have. The sanctuary can seat maximum probably about 185. That's pretty tight, but just gives you an idea on that. We also have some soft seating over in one of the sides, just again, that this can be a space where a large group of people can meet, or maybe a small group of people could meet. And one of the philosophies of ministry we have is that it isn't just about coming to church and being part of a large group, but also being part of a small group where you're actually talking and sharing a little bit about each other's lives, and you can do that even in a space like this, maybe early morning, in the evening, or even over lunchtime. This will be a space where we'll have middle school activities here. Our creativity lab will be run out of here or out of the kitchen beyond that. And again, we're excited to see how will these spaces get used. We can envision some, but I think those who come and join us probably have some other visions as well. So this is, again, a very functional, multi-purpose space that can serve a lot of different needs. We also have some offices here, some administrative space, and this is my office. It's a place where I can study and pray and plan and even meet with people. So we, again, appreciate it that it's plenty big and comfortable and a great place to work. Here we are in our nursery toddler space, and as you can see, this is a space that is really set up well for caring for young children. This would be appropriate for kids from birth up to about 3-year-olds or so. It's large enough as well that if a mom's group was meeting, they could meet either in here along with their kids, or if their kids are in here and maybe one person is keeping an eye on them, then the group can meet outside of it. So yeah, we're excited. It's bright and airy. It has a bathroom as well. So when those little toddlers have to quickly go, they don't have to leave this space. They can just head off and go right in and take care of business. So here we are in our kitchen, and this is a space where we can warm up food. We can plug in crock pots. We have coffee, and so this is kind of an area that helps us to do our coffee hours, and it's also, again, large enough that groups can meet in here. So it's really a nice meeting space over here around the table, or even there's some soft seating in the corner as well. So this is Pastor Doug from First Baptist Church. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you'll be with us soon. We meet every Sunday. Come and see us. We look forward to having you with us.